Right. I think we're all good now.
Good.
I think we're all good. Right. Welcome everybody to another unofficial Elgato podcast. We are here with my legendary co-host James. How you doing, James?
Well, hello, Gaz. How are you? I'm
Hello.
very well, thank you. Just got over an awful bout of COVID, which is the first time I've probably officially had it. I managed to escape it, two and a half years ago. But yeah, hit me like a brick, honestly. And I've been vaccinated and all that sort of stuff. Um, Turn that down. There we go. Feeling much better. Still got sniffles, but being able to get back to the gym, which is really important to me at the moment. And yeah, feeling good. How about you? I can hear
Good.
you've got a bit of
Uh,
a
I'm.
sniffle.
I've got the sniffles. I got the sniffles. Mum's giving me
Oh,
the flu. Let's get the
it's
tap on.
COVID, folks.
I don't know what it is. I've never had COVID, so I don't know what it'd be like.
It's like that.
But
It's
it's
just
like
like
that.
you need to lie down, mate. Yeah, you just need to lie down.
I mean, I got me water. I got me water. I got me
Yeah.
tissues. I'm good.
I would say that the thing that got me through it was obviously just go to bed. Don't force yourself. Go
Mm.
stay in bed. Lots of water. I mean, I had like buckets of water and ibuprofen, and that was it. Really, it just stayed in bed. My wife ended up catching it, and my son as well, who kind of lives in the annex with us. He caught it as well. So just a house full of it, really.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you can do once somebody's got it in the house. You kind of yeah, it's going to happen. But you know what? Like I said, ibuprofen, lots of water. You'd be back to
Yeah, I
fighting
can't have
fit.
ibuprofen. I'm allergic to it.
Oh God!
When I have it, I think it started when I stupidly used my fist as a hammer to put a caster in a bed.
Okay,
And I broke a bone down somewhere that's
okay.
that side. And they gave me a couple of tablets, and probably a couple of hours later, all my
Mhm.
lips was all bulging out. I was
Oh
like a
wow!
cartoon character.
Oh
So,
gosh!
like the next day, I was like going to the shop, literally like this, and I was saying, "Have you got anything for this?" And my lips was like
Oh,
what, all,
oh
all
God!
bulging out.
Oh God!
And we
Oh my
found
God!
out that it was ibuprofen that had done it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, mate. I don't know what else to suggest, but yeah,
I
it's
usually say
it's a rough ride.
Benelin for flu.
Yeah. What and mate,
'Cause-
anything that's going to just numb that
Yeah.
head because I think it's kind of a bad head. You know, you're going to get, and
Mm,
anything can shadow that. I mean, I just had like two ibuprofen before I came on about
yeah.
45 minutes ago. It takes me about an hour then to kick in,
Mm.
but once you're done, that's good. Anyway, do you know what?
Anyway.
Hey, you'll like this. I went to the Apple Store in Birmingham to see the new Vision Pro. Okay,
Yeah.
so I got like the
Okay.
first day, got there, and as you know, I used to work there for about just under 10 years. So lots of people I still recognize. And somebody tapped me the shoulder and says, "Hey, I listen to your past podcast all the time." So this is a shout out to Frank. Frank, if
Frank.
you're listening, yeah.
Come
Thanks so
on, Frank.
much. Yeah, he just tapped my shoulder and says, "I listen to your podcast." It's like, no way. He says, "Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's good." I was like, "No
Oh, that's
way."
so cool.
That's the first time I actually somebody owned up to actually listening to it. So if you're listening, Frank, I thought I'd say hello. We've got Daz in the chat. Hi, Daz.
It
Hope you're
does.
well. Yes, we're in the chat in YouTube if you want to join in live, guys. But yeah, it's so funny just to get that little tap and going. I listened to your podcast. I thought that was really cool.
That's cool.
So yeah, I worked with Frank for many years, and that was a really nice nod. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
That made me smile. But yeah,
That's
loads
cool.
of news, mate. We haven't been on in a while, so we got
No, it's been
oh
2 months, I think.
my gosh. And the thing is, we kind of don't like to do these when there isn't much to say because
No.
obviously Elgato, we want to talk about Elgato exclusively, really. But obviously things happen around in tech happen a lot. So
Yeah.
there is stuff we could talk about, but
Mm.
obviously we just come back from the San Diego TwitchCon, which looked insane, and I think we both said it'd be nice to go, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It would be nice,
We'd lovely to go
especially
and
seeing everybody. Mm.
seeing what. Sorry.
Seeing everybody, the whole
Seen
team.
everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, got Burrito, Jasmine, Stephanie, And just seeing all the guys, Steggy, all sort of there having a great time.
Yeah.
I was so jealous. I mean, I was in the Twitch live stream that they run,
Yeah.
and Jasmine was on with Burrito, and it was just brilliant. It's so much fun
Yeah.
just to watch them on. I just thought, God, I wish I was there. And so many giveaways as well. I think if you did a chicken dance, you got a wave
Oh, the
3.
wave 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I
They
was like,
signed it as well.
yeah, which I thought was really cool. And the staff photograph all the Elgato team that everybody we kind of know really
Yeah.
through social media, and obviously I know you've met
Kate.
the Kate, that's right, Kate,
Yeah.
as well at Insomnia. It's just nice to see them all actually out and about and meeting each other, and then meeting each other as well. I know
Yeah.
probably Stephanie's part of our marketplace team. She looks after Icon City, and she's so lovely. And I know she was there for the first time meeting everybody up. So it's just good to see them all out there having a great time and just showing how much fun the brand has. I think as
Yeah.
well. That's really really cool.
Definitely. 100%.
So that was San Diego, and of course, one of the biggest kind of bombs they dropped was their Stream Deck Studio,
Yes.
which you got everybody DMing me like crazy. Like, have you seen this? Have you seen it? I was like, yeah. It's so. Do you know what? What a lovely piece of kit.
Oh yeah.
So for the uninformed, the Stream Deck Studio is £900. That kind of tells you straight out the box that this really isn't for kind of the average streamer. The Stream Deck XL 32 keys probably where you want to be if you're like serious about streaming and you want all the keys and all that sort of stuff. But the Studio also has 32 buttons, but they're set out in a very a long form.
Yeah.
I think it's a 19-inch rack solution that it's actually put in. So 32 buttons in it, and it's USB powered, and it's basically goes on something called like an IP network. So it runs through network software. And it's interestingly, Elgato have partnered up with this company called BitFocus. So if you want to know more about this, if you go to bitfocus.io, that'll tell you everything you want to know about the Stream Deck Studio. And one of the things that obviously I found out was obviously it's actually a subscription for that software. You get a free trial, but it's about $9 a month to kind of get you started. And that kind of again tells you the audience they're kind of looking at really with this product. So it's for obviously AV enthusiasts, TV shows, TV companies and broadcasters, that sort of stuff. Well, basically, you want to be able to see everything all in one go and also stack that solution. So that 32 buttons could obviously end up being 64, etc., etc. So interestingly, they're not using kind of Stream Deck software to run it. It's got its own sort of client based, and it's done through the website, which is interesting. But what's good about that is obviously you can use it through Windows, Mac, and Linux, so you don't have to be dedicated to run that, which I thought was pretty cool. And of course, because it's all quite complex software, what's really nice is you see they've actually got a built-in icon creator with that software, so you can like color them how you like, put text up on the screen how you like as well, and that's all part of the web interface design, which is actually really cool. And another thing is also they've managed to secure it using RFD. So the idea is that you can actually all pin protect it. So if you're a user and you walk away and have to go to the toilet or whatever you have to do, you can just like walk away and the system will lock itself down, and that stops anybody interfering with cameras, lighting, etc. through that interface. I won't pretend to know everything about it, but I've done obviously a little bit of research just to let you guys know as much as I know about it. So it's £900. It really is a Stream Deck on steroids, 32 keys, 19-inch rack mounted, powered by USB-C. Another cool thing is, by the way, you can plug in an actual Stream Deck into the front of it by the USB-C. So the idea is that if you do need more buttons, you can actually plug in a Stream Deck as well, which I thought was pretty cool. And obviously has this protection, so if you walk away, it'll lock itself down. But so there's like I think there's 3 tiers for the subscription. It's $9, and that gets you something called 3 services, and then $39 gets you 10 services, and they do like a $99 one, which is coming soon, which obviously have more stuff on there. I'm not sure what a service is. It says you've got 3 of them. That could probably mean like layers or profiles. Like, I wasn't able to find that out, funny enough. So if anybody wants to find out what a surface is, that'd be good to know. But I just couldn't seem to find that information out, which is bizarre. So you get 3 on the $9 and 10 on the. I can imagine it like layers of buttons behind
Yeah.
buttons. That's what I can
The
only imagine.
folders as well.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's probably it could be that it's referring to. So yeah, bitfocus.io if you want to know more about a Stream Deck Studio. I'll say £900. It looks like a really good solution. Like I said, for a business who is in the AV background and want to be able to control loads of things all at once, and obviously color code stuff. What's interesting is that Bitfocus actually did some software called Companion, which just used Stream Decks to do this, and that's still available. So if you go to bitfocus.io, you'll see they actually do 2 products. They do the thing called Buttons, which is the Stream Deck Studio software, and then you've got something called Companion as well, which is the software just for Stream Deck itself. So yeah, had lots of fun learning about that, and massive drop, but probably something I don't really need or would use in my
I can see
particular
it in my
setup.
setup though.
Oh, I think we
Like,
could.
put it like underneath the desk across here.
I love the fact that if you go to the website of Elgato, it's actually got like inquire for more than 3 if you want to get like a lot.
Oh yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
little inquiry form to go tell us what your needs are, because it might be for more than, like I say, like one studio. Or I remember you still got these like little vans that go out and about with satellites on top of them doing remote sort of
Yeah.
broadcasting. So it might be a case of you're a studio company with 3 or 4 vans on the road that you need to get these in. And I believe this to be a really good price point as well for this sort of technology within that environment. So yeah, so that was the Stream Deck Studio. And like I said, the advert for it was so good, so awesome. It could have been a product that a streamer would use day to day. I would say, the way they
Yeah.
actually marketed it. Yeah.
Hmm.
What's going on in the chat? Let's have a look. Silver
Well,
the Night.
Daz has just said he come across a purple Elgato Stream Deck, which are
Yes.
limited edition.
Yes, that's a translucent one they bought out
Yeah.
2 months ago. Yeah, limited edition. I forget how limited it was, but that was a 15 key one, and it was all translucent. It reminded
Yeah.
me of the Game Boy back in the day with the
Yes,
purple,
the Game Boy Color.
yeah, with the
Yeah.
translucent like that. Yeah, very very cool.
I had that color Game Boy as well,
Did you?
and I
Did
sold
you
it.
really? Oh
I
my
did.
god!
Yeah. I think it was grape. I think they called it
Yes, I
grape.
think they call it grape. Yeah.
Yeah.
So interested to see them side by side. Somebody taking a photograph of the translucent one with a Game Boy next to each other,
Yeah.
and they're pretty much the same. It was spot on. Right. So what else did we get? Well, we've got 2 other products after that as well, didn't we? Which was
Yes.
the. Do you want to sort of take us through that?
Yes. Right. The first one, I'll show you this one because it's the one that I've got. This was I don't know if you can see it, the USB hub. It also has a built-in card reader as well, if you can see. And I've used it a few times now, and it is perfect, and it's pretty quick as well. You've got 2 USBs, 2 USB-Cs, and then there's an extra 2 where you've got to plug it into the back of the PC, and because it needs what they call it, my mind's gone blank. An AV, a plugs connection.
100-watt adapter.
Yeah.
Here's one I bought. Just bought
Yeah.
it's like a U green one I bought here, but you could get an Anchor one off Amazon,
Yes.
something like that. That'll do the job.
I mean, mine's bigger than that. Mine does look like an Apple iPad, the size of it. It does. It looks massive.
They're big plugs. 100 watts is a lot for these things to power it, and Elgato do suggest 100-watt one, by the way, if you are. So just factor that into the price as well, because people won't be familiar with that if they run this just from the computer, it'll be okay. But if they want to start using all those USB hubs, they really need to power it. But yeah, I mean, it's a shame they don't do it in white, because that would, as you can see, I'm holding up for people who are driving or whatever. I'm holding up the white Stream Deck Plus, which has the black hub on the back of it. They don't do it in white, but they probably will now I've bought this. That's what normally happens. I think Julian from Elgato says they always do things in black first, because That's what people want, and then the white will normally come afterwards.
Yeah,
So we're
like the wave panels behind you. I mean, they
I mean,
brought out the
yeah,
black and the blue.
black and the
Sorry,
blue.
yeah, black and the blue, and then they brought the white out. And
Yeah,
um,
so still hard to get hold of these wave in white, you know. I still see Amazon like only got 2 in stock or 3 in stock.
really,
They don't seem to carry a lot, when I'm checking anyway, because 'cause I'd love another pair, please, Elgato.
oh god. See, I wouldn't mind having just like a couple of panels,
Yeah.
just to like switch it up a little bit. You know, make it look different, just to have a change.
I mean, we spoke about the wave panels a lot, and we just love them, don't we? They're just
Yeah,
so they're so beautiful. And again, any aesthetic really, white, black, it's all there.
yeah.
No white chair, James. No, Des.
No,
This chair is so amazing. I'm going to go off kilter here, but this chair is so awesome. I would swap it in a heartbeat. It does have white panels on the side now because I wear jeans all the time. The white panels are going blue, so I imagine if I had a white chair, it wouldn't look nice after a while. It just looked like a
no.
blue stained denim half job. It wouldn't look great. This does have white panels on the side. Can't see that. That's my secret lab ones again. If you can't
Or
see
you
on
could put like a cover on it on the seat.
I'm not that desperate for a white chair. So the hub, as you said, does it's what a brilliant thing to come out. I
Yeah,
mean, so simple to attach. 2 screws, drop the back of the Stream Deck Plus foot out, and then you plug it in. Got a little bit of sort of adhesive on the back, isn't it? That you
yeah.
kind of pull that sticker off and it
Just
drops
to
in the back.
secure it in place. I
Yeah,
think it does. You do screw it.
you do.
Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
screw it? Yeah,
It does
but
screw in. Yeah,
it does sticky just to give it that extra
yeah.
support so it doesn't move about and stuff.
Um,
Um,
I'm, sorry.
Now, what I was gonna say is Kate, um, that sent it me. She says that you can't plug in like high end equipment such as like the Facecam Pro
Yeah.
or things like that because that needs like a separate power outage.
Right.
And
Okay.
also, it won't work as well if you do plug it in. It might ruin the Stream Deck or it might ruin the camera. So I mean, I think you can use like the Facecam or the Facecam Neo and microphones,
Yeah.
things like that, but not the Facecam Pro because it's a
Yeah.
bit too much for it.
I must admit, I've got a Facecam Pro at the other side of the office, and I have to
Yeah,
zoom in quite a lot to get this image you see in front of you here. Um, I tried all different cables initially with like 2 meter ones and stuff like that. It just didn't work. You have to
no.
use a cable that comes with it, which I think is like 1.5 meters, something like that.
Mm,
It's not very long, and it'll just switch on and off otherwise because the amount of traffic, the amount of data it's using to push that thing
yeah,
back forwards is insane, really. But there you go. So that USB hub,
yeah.
if you're interested in buying it, it's $59.99. What do you think of that as a price point, Gaz? Do you think that's a good
It's not bad actually. I mean, if you look on Amazon or Amazon as I call it,
Amazon?
you could look to buying like more than 50 quid, 60 quid, something
Yeah,
like that for something like this. But this, you know that it's like proper, like it's quality. Plus, it comes with a SIM card reader as well. Can you see it?
SD card
There you
reader. I
go.
mean.
SD card reader. Sorry,
It's not a
you might
telephone,
have just gone.
folks. Do not use it as a telephone.
No. Hello. Oh,
Hello.
wrong one. That's my phone. Got it
Is it
upside down.
Gaz's bedtime yet? Is it time to go?
Sorry, Mum.
Yeah. I would say I've not actually used the sticky bit of this yet
Mm.
because I know they're probably going to bring us out in white. So the sticky bit is still attached
Oh,
to
you
this.
still.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
God.
it does still work if you haven't used the sticky bit. It's just a little bit up here that you do. So yes, that's £60. Now the next one is really interesting because it's the hub, isn't it? It's the XLR hub.
XLR dock. Dock.
Dock.
Dock.
Yeah.
Dock. Yeah. That's if you haven't got a Wave XLR,
Yes, this is really interesting
isn't
for
it? Really?
people. So, yeah, so people who don't know, obviously Elgato do a Wave XLR, which is a big circular button on the front, and
Mm.
your XLR mic goes at the back of it. You've got headphones socket at the back of that as well, powered by USB-C, and that goes back to your computer. It just does one job, and quite literally all they've done is they've smashed the two products together to bring you this XLR dock. I think it's such a good idea.
Yeah.
I think it's such a good idea
It's
because
less space as well, isn't it?
yeah, you're getting your space back, which is lovely. And also it just makes sense because what sits at the back of this, Stream Deck Plus, it's got all this empty space that you can see. In fact, on the white version, you really see how much space it takes
Mm.
up. It's amazing, really. So whether they had this idea beforehand, before they put the Stream Deck Plus out, I have no idea. But to integrate that into the back of there, the white really shows that block to
Yeah.
show you what they can do. So now what you have is the XLR input here for your XLR mic to go in. So your Elgato mic or whatever mic you want to do, and obviously then you got USB C next to that. And I really want it. I really, really want it. But I've got the Wave XLR here, so it's a
Mm.
case of seeing who wants this first.
But you need another Stream Deck, don't you?
Oh
Stream
yeah,
Deck
buy
Pro.
one of those. Yeah. I need to get that as well. Oh my god, there's so many things. But it does make me want to have two Stream Deck Pluses
Yeah,
because I think the
it's a good
symmetry of
excuse.
that. Well, the thing is also that I love the symmetry stuff. If you look at the Wave XLR next to the 15 key Stream Deck, they're
Mm.
both the same, aren't they? They're both the same width,
Yeah.
same height, pretty much, and they look lovely either side or next to each other. They look fantastic. So now they've brought this amazing Wave XLR hub thing out, and I'm like thinking, yeah, I need two Stream Deck Pluses now. Well, one either side, and that way I can buy both the hubs. I mean, it's £119, which is really interesting because obviously I think the Wave XLR by itself is about
Mm.
129, is it?
Yeah, something like that.
It's something like that.
Something
So
like that, yeah.
this is obviously only a good idea if you are moving into getting a Wave XLR mic for the first time and
Mm.
you already have a Stream Deck Plus. Otherwise, it's quite a big ask, really, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it
if we
is
look
really.
at if you look at them at the moment, you can sort of save about £21. They're selling the Stream Deck Plus with the XLR dock in a bundle for £299.99. So you're getting a
Mm.
really good Stream Deck there with the obviously the dials, and you're going to get the Wave XLR interface on the back of it. So for 300 quid, you've kind of got like an all-in-one solution,
Mm.
um, which is kind of good. But I think if you bought into Elgato like we have, and we own quite a bit of their stuff, you probably already got the Wave XLR interface already.
Mm.
Um, which is what's stopping me buying it straight away, to be honest with you. Otherwise, I'd have gone out and bought Stream Deck Plus and the Wave the
The other
Wave
one.
XLR and bought them straight away. And thought, yeah, that's it done.
Mm.
It's the fact that I've got this sit on my desk. I think there's nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely awesome. It's sitting here. It's doing a great job.
Yeah,
I've sort of that's why it's not made me jump in um, to buy it. Does that make sense? Right? Yeah,
yeah. I know what you mean.
yeah. I'll
I was
probably
gonna
end up wait till Christmas and buy myself it for Christmas or something like that.
spoil yourself.
Yeah, get that symmetry going on again. But again, good product,
Mm.
mate. Absolutely
Yeah,
brilliant. We didn't see it coming, did we?
it's good. No.
That was like what?
Although I did see the USB coming, I think, because
Yeah.
when we was talking to Abrito, if you watch the video that they uploaded, like behind the scenes of what they was doing, I can't remember what they was doing now. But I saw something like this in somebody's hand. They was getting it out of a
Oh
box, and
wow.
I thought,
Oh,
I wonder if
yeah.
that's like a USB or something.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
but I mean, I think I did mention it to Abrito when she was on last. Um, I don't know if I said yeah, it was. I don't know. I can't remember, but I think it was. But
Oh, just
yeah.
just to mention, by the way, on the back of that, they've also got the headphone jack, the 3.5 mm jack on the back of that
Oh,
XLR
the dock.
interface.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got USB-C and the headphone jack, a 3.5 mm jack. Again, interesting it's that they've got that on there. If you're buying into
Yeah.
this technology, you probably got a better pair of headphones that probably won't require a 3.5 mm jack. It's just interesting. It's there. I've never used it on the Wave XLR.
No, you mean burrito? Did I call a burrito? I don't mean to call a burrito. I didn't call a burrito. A burrito. I call her a burrito. A burrito. I didn't call her a burrito. Oh, she ain't muching. You're on mute.
I pressed the back of the Wave XLR because I've been playing with it. So that's another function of the Wave XLR, by the way. If you've not got one, you can tap the back and it turns all red,
Yeah.
and it lets you know you've been muted. But if you've not got good eyes like me, then it's already gone.
It's very sensitive though at the back of the Wave
It's
XLR.
very sensitive. It really is. So yeah, again, I think with the Stream Deck Studio and those two products, just kind of didn't see them come in, and like
No.
what a great additions to the Elgato market. The Elgato website. It's just growing and growing with all these brilliant products. And then that wasn't good enough, was it? They had to go and release something else. Well, not
Yes.
only something else, but two of something else.
Yes.
What do we
On the
think?
same day.
Yeah, on the same day. The year's not out. We've had a good year. A lot of products we didn't see coming, which I love. So we've got the Wave Desk Standard Pro at $59.99.
Yeah.
And you know what problem I've got with this? What's the problem I have with this?
It's white. It's got to be white.
It's going to be white. They've not released it in white. It's just in black. And do you know what? I'd have bought it
Yeah.
straight away because I have an iPad here, iPad Pro, with the pen and stuff, which I use when I'm thinking about stuff and jot stuff down. And it's on the worst stand. In fact, I'm so embarrassed at the stand it's on that I almost don't want to show you. But if Elgato are watching and they
I
want to
won't laugh.
send me a stand, I'm going to show you that it's awful. It's absolutely awful. Look, what is that?
I've got something similar to that. There, look.
It's just in it the worst. When you think we've got all this amazing kit around us, and this is what we're using to hold my iPad up. It's plastic. Yes, it's in white, but I'll forgive it for that. That the fact the Elgato one doesn't do it. But this is what's holding my iPad at the moment. And the minute I saw the Wave Desk Stand Pro and it's $59.99, I just thought that's a great bit of kit. That is superb. I need that in my life. And my
Hang on.
desk would.
There's a stand for an iPad. Hang on. What they call it? Hang on. I'm gonna have to get it up.
You're on about the mini stand, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got the grid at the bottom, hasn't it?
it has got the groove at the
Brilliant.
bottom.
Yeah.
Now I'm using it because that's what I'm looking at you guys on right now. My
You've
mini,
got it on the thing, haven't you?
yeah, my
That's it.
prompter is on the Mini Stand Pro. And the trouble with that is when the iPad is on it, and if you accidentally hit it by accident, it's going to come off. I'm clumsy as hell. That's probably my doing. So yeah, if Elgato wants to send me the Pro stand, and I can throw this bit of horrible like £6 plastic away. But I guess this is what they're about, aren't they?
Yeah.
We found a solution to hold our products and keep stuff on our desk. We know it's not great. But we kind of put up with it, and again, when I work for Apple, it's what Apple's all about. Is they see what people do and they take that and then make it better.
Yeah.
And this is a great example of that. They must have seen people with their iPads, resting on books or leaning against things or buying these awful little cheap plastic things and going, we can do that better. And I think in this case, they really have. And when I clicked on it and it just said in black, I was like, no, like I really want that in white. I mean, £60, it's a lot of money, and that is a lot of money. But like the mini stand, it's really weighted, really, really
Yeah.
well. And it's going to hold your iPad well. It's got cable management built to the back as well. So that would have been to buy. So imagine my distress when I clicked on the Wave Mic Arm Pro, and it's available in white and black straight out the door.
Did you get it? Have you ordered it?
No, I don't need.
Oh.
No, I it's one product I don't need because I've got a wall-mounted, low profile XLR mic by Elgato, which is what's holding us up. So, interesting enough, we're going to talk about this, but so yeah, the Wave Desk Stand Pro. What do you think? Would you buy that? $59.99. What do you think?
I've asked Kate. She's going to sort something out.
He's going to get a Brucey bonus. I love the fact that he's got people on the inside he can ask.
Yeah,
that's
insiders.
Great. All right, okay. So yeah, it's a great product, and definitely would buy it to hold up my iPad and all sorts of things that you could do. But that's it's a great one. So yeah, the Wave Mic Arm Pro. I love this fact using the word Pro now after these. A bit like the Apple moniker where they started saying that this is like the better version. The Wave Mic Arm Pro is £179.99. It has something called hinge caps, which you can customize. Now, just for the camera, I'm going to hold this up just to show you. Look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
that's what Julian tweeted,
yeah.
wasn't it?
So this is a custom hinge cap. So these would obviously sit probably either side of the arm, and they print these for you, which is pretty awesome. So Julian was nice enough to share this on Twitter today, and I thought, what a great grab for the podcast to show you the detail that they've got going on there. It's pretty awesome. So I believe that you can send in your cap, and then they'll send you a design, and they get it printed for you.
Is it circular or is it
Yeah,
oval?
circular. If you look at your caps now, Gaz, if you look at your caps, they're black, aren't? Oh, mine are. I've got a white one, but you'll see here that oh, there it is. It's circular.
I ain't got one.
Oh, you've got the overarm. No, you don't have them on the overarm.
Oh,
I've got them two here at the front where you.
oh, I've got the teleprompter on it.
Ah, okay.
That's what it is.
So yeah, so the market is hinge caps. So it's £180, and again, the idea is, and this is what it's got. It's like hydraulic arm, isn't it? Really, it's kind of like a really
Yeah.
nice arm that basically, as you pick up your mic, you can kind of move out of the way effortlessly. It
Mm.
slides into place. And from what I've seen, the people using it, especially from a accessibility point of view, it looks incredible. There's this brilliant video of the girl in a wheelchair, and she's saying, "It's so hard for me to reach over and grab my mic and pull it forward, and then push it away when I finish with it." And now with a new one, because it moves so smoothly in the action, it just looks. Well, it's incredible, and she said it's a proper game changer for us. So that was really
Yeah.
good to see from accessibility point, being able to move it. Because she's right, because as you know, you've got these sort of what thumb screws, I guess you call these, don't you, to tighten all of these areas out.
Yeah.
And they've kind of sort of done away with all that, kind of like having to use brute force to stiffen these things up. It can carry a lot more weight. Again, £180. I haven't got on price. How much is the arms normally? They're about 100
Let me
ish,
have a look.
aren't they?
Yeah, they're not as much as the Pro. Let's have a look. It's been a while since I bought mine. Let's have a look. Right, so the Wave desk stand. So White Pro. Let's have a look. Click on that one. Product. Wave mic. So the LP mic arm is $89.99.
It's a slow profile, which is the one I'm using now. And it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing piece of product.
And guess
And
what?
then
It's available in white.
it is here. Although the caps are black. Interesting.
You can still buy the Fallout edition still as well.
Yeah, okay. That's that in the green colour, isn't it? These sort of...
Yeah, and it's got like Pick Boy on it. Don't know if you
Yeah.
can see it.
Yeah, it's nice. Didn't Ray Sim got that, didn't he? He bought that whole...
Yeah. And somebody called Heavy No More.
Right.
Because he's Elgato ambassador.
Yeah, I think they bought the Stream Deck that matches everything, didn't they? It was really cool. Yeah, so again, I've not gone through the process of buying it or how you submit your artwork, but I'm guessing it's all via the website for those hinge caps. But £180, it comes with a clamp, a desk clamp as well, doesn't it, to secure it under your desk. And that's it.
I can imagine the podcast logo on it.
Mate, it looked great.
On a white one.
Yeah, it looked really good, wouldn't it?
Ooh la la.
You best talk to your mate again, then, eh?
Yeah. Well, I'll have to talk to Julian nicely.
So that's it for kind of like what's happened the past 2 months, which is a nice few additions there to the store. And I always think about that is when you look at their store now and you go on, again, very much like the Apple store, when you first go on, it's kind of like, how much is there to see now when you log on? And there's just loads. There's just so much to look at now. And what I think is really interesting is the price points are all there as well.
Yeah.
You've got all the Neo stuff, all in white, your Stream Deck, your capture card, you've got your stands, your lighting, all done. great price point for people starting off. And then you've got this kind of middle ground with a low profile and an over profile. What's the one that comes over top? I forget the actual proper name.
The yeah, the
That one. That
that
one,
one.
yeah. You've got that one. And now you've
Mm.
got the pro line of brackets, which is, again, really, really interesting.
I'm just having a look to see what it's actually
I always
called.
struggle with the word for that one. I
Oh, it's
forgot
just
the
my
name.
calm.
It's just Mycom? Okay.
Yeah,
So you've got the Mycom, then you've got low profile Mycom, which actually folds away again at the back.
and it's the same price as well.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like they've really like flushed out their product range now, which I think is really interesting. So you've got the Neo, you've got stuff in the middle range, and now you've got the Pro range as well. A bit like
yeah.
their cameras. Like you look at the cameras now, Elgato, Neo camera. Then you've got the face cam, and then you've got the face cam Pro.
Mm,
So they've kind of filled that gap in again, haven't they? From where we are now to where we were last year, we kind of got
mm,
bits all over the place, really. And now we've got like a solid lineup of products. So when
yeah.
somebody comes up to you and says, "I'm thinking about podcasting or streaming, or where should I start?" And I think, without hesitation, like, yeah, go for the Neo. Don't break the bank. Go for the
Mm,
Neo. Get all
yeah.
that stuff. It's all going to work together. The software is just amazing. Let's face it. The Wave Studio stuff is just
Mm,
it brings all those products together in such a clear and concise way that I don't think anything else does it as good as that.
no, no.
And then when you start like wanting to, getting those audience figures, getting those people involved in what you do, you can afford to put money back into that, into your stream stuff, and then
Mm,
then
yeah,
you've got something to aim for, haven't you? All that pro stuff, you've got
yeah.
something to aim for. And like I said, even if you don't go pro like us with this low profile one, you've got the wave arm as it is. It's just amazing kit, and there's probably no reason why I'd ever want to change it, other than
No.
get custom hinge caps.
Oh,
We like the idea. Excuse me.
yeah.
So COVID's creeping back in. We like the idea of custom hinge caps for sure. I think that's a really interesting SKU to put on the products.
There is something else. I don't know if you forgot,
I'm
but
all
it's
ears.
not official with a prompter.
Now, are you sure that you just didn't see things that you thought existed that don't?
No, that. Shall we wait?
Uh,
I don't know.
I think. Well, let's put it this way: wouldn't we all love to have a big prompter screen?
Yeah.
Um,
I've only just had this one.
yeah. Interesting, because obviously, prompters are really interesting because obviously, when you look at recording studios and things like that, you are a long way from your desk to where the main camera is. You are a long way. So the
Yeah.
prompters were like huge. They are like a TV prompter is massive, and of
Yeah.
course, comes with a huge price and all that sort of stuff that comes with it. And now, if you think about the prompter we've got right now, it's more than adequate for where I am. I'm like 4 foot away from it at the moment. And I can see you perfectly, and I can see obviously I've got a picture of me on the side of the chat, whatever, and I can read everything perfectly. But yeah, if that was bigger, I don't know, would it fit on my desk?
You'd have to replace this one.
Well, yeah, you would have to replace it. But yeah, I mean, we saw like the tweet with Mr. Elgato himself there,
Yeah.
talking about a big XL, but I wasn't sure whether he was pointing at like somebody else's prompter or whether it actually was there, or was he sitting closer to it, or but it did look big on the screen, didn't it?
It did. Because Deggy said something on a tweet saying something like he's got something that he wants to take, but it's too big. And
It wasn't the Stream Deck Studio, was it?
I don't-
19 inches long. Like,
it
I want to
probably
take
was.
this with me. I want to take this with me. It's like, no, you can't.
But I heard something. It could be like the prompter XL or XL prompter. You muted.
I've touched the back of the Excel again. I've moved stuff around. Oh gosh, I should learn, shouldn't I? Don't touch things when we're recording. Well, like we said, we just talked about when we different nights. for
Yeah.
different levels, and we got mics for different levels, and maybe prompter might be 2 levels of prompter. Who knows? I don't think it's something I need. Um, you know,
Or
if I
something you
thought
want.
about if I mean, let's put it this way: if I could choose what I wanted right now,
Yeah.
it would probably be a another Stream Deck Plus with a mic attachment. That's what I would really like next,
Yeah.
and then maybe a desk stand. Uh, not long after that, but that's probably on my Christmas list. I think the things that would be nice. If you could
That's,
choose,
that's
Gaz, what would
something.
yours? Yeah, what would yours be? I think.
Um. Well, I've asked for the wave stand, but if I would have had to have chosen, probably the new Micron Pro.
Yeah,
But
you
but
do
the only
you desk
one,
mount stuff, don't you? You do desk mount stuff, don't you? With the
yeah,
clamp underneath. Yeah.
yeah. But
Mm,
the only problem with the one I've got at the minute is the magnets aren't not very powerful. They're not strong enough.
right.
So I only have to touch the mic arm that the prompter's on now, and it just pops out, and the
Right.
cable's everywhere.
Okay.
So at least the Pro one, it's got stronger magnets, and
Yeah.
it's got a bigger compartment for the cables. I think because you can
Right.
take it from the top and underneath.
Ah.
I
Okay.
think I don't know unless I was looking at something else.
Yeah. I think I need to have a close look at it really
Yeah,
to see what it's about. But from what I've seen,
mm,
like I said, it looks a very well engineered piece of kit.
yeah,
And as you know, you're constantly moving, aren't you? You push it away,
mm,
bring it back, push it away, drag it to the drag it to the right,
yeah,
whatever. So you are constantly moving that hinge all the time, and I think it's really interesting that they've gone back to it and seen how they can engineer it to make it better. But love them, good old Elgato. What
yeah.
a stellar few months of content. The question is, will we see anything else now between now and Christmas, or is this their lineup? Do we think they're finished for the year?
What we in now? September, come to October. I don't
Hmm.
know. Possibly, probably a surprise at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they released last year. Maybe we should have a little thing of what
Um,
they released this time last year. But again, very much like Apple, when people say the Apple events finish for iPhone,
yeah,
normally sneak in another little. Oh, by the way, we've done some iPad jiggery pokery around October time.
yeah,
Um, so there's what I'm trying to say is there's probably still time for them to bring something else out if they wanted to.
yeah. A sneaky little product.
Yeah, sneaky little product, whatever that might be, a proper stocking filler, if you will.
What would
Otherwise,
it be though?
well, as I said before, mate, when we look at what's already come out, we wasn't expecting any of those things.
No.
Um, one good thing to actually to talk about really very quickly was the new Stream Deck Plus software that was released that enabled you to use something called on the dials. Let's get it
Oh
up.
yeah,
So basically, if you haven't already and you've got a Stream Deck Plus, um, go and get the update for
mm,
Stream Deck Plus because you've now got something called Action Wheel. So this is, in other words, when you use your Stream Deck and you drag your icons into the interface buttons or dials, you're quite limited on what they look like,
mm,
what the icons look like, and especially what the dials did. And now they've added something called Action Wheel event. So if you drag that in to where the dial sits, you can now stack little icons to every click of the wheel, and the icons move in a beautiful circular counterclockwise, clockwise motions. And a bit of a self pimping here, but you see through iconcity.com that we use this to our massive advantage with the Star Citizen icon pack.
yeah,
So if you go to iconcity.com and actually look for Star Citizen, you'll see now we do it in two variances because it did require a lot of work to make the icons look better for the Stream
yeah,
Deck Plus. So what we end up doing was remaking the icons again and making sure they filled the whole of this new software wheel. Like I said, it's called the Action Wheel event. So yeah, if you go to Icon City, and you search for Star Citizen, you'll see that there's two variants, and the one that's obviously got the Stream Deck on the front of it is the one you need to take a look out of, and you'll see that there's now little animations where the dial sits, and it's so good. It's made this product like I think the goat. When we talk
Yeah.
about what's the best Stream Deck, I would have said before, well, you've got the 15 and the 32 or Mark II or XL,
Mm.
as we call it. And the Stream Deck was kind of like, well, yeah, it's good, and you've got dials, but you haven't got as many buttons, and I would kind of lean away from it slightly.
Yeah.
But now with this new software, and I'll tell you now, that's what it's all about. Elgato bringing the software to the table and putting this action wheel in. Suddenly, it makes the Stream Deck Plus the most amazing Stream Deck they've ever made. I really believe it's like, if anybody's looking to jump into Stream Deck arena, then absolutely the Stream Deck Plus for me is like winner. Quite literally, I believe in it so much that every product that we bring out now will have a Stream Deck Plus profile.
Yeah.
Because at the moment we supply 15 and 32 key profiles for all the stuff that we do, but Stream Deck Plus software is that good with that new software that I believe that it's actually making it a really good device to play with. I absolutely love it. So if you go to Icon City or just search for their software, you'll see this fantastic new dial software in it. And I've been told that we're going to get some more software very
Ooh.
soon, another little update that's going to make it even more usable. So who knows? So we're waiting, fingers crossed, that might even drop by the time this goes live, or maybe next week. We'll see, but I've been told it's around the corner, so we're going to get some new software to
Ooh.
make the Stream Deck Plus even more usable. So watch this space. I know it's a shameless plug, sorry, but I've just got to say that for me, working as close as I do with Elgato and the marketplace and stuff like that, is that software really does show you that it's all right making all these amazing products, but unless you have that background with all those clever people making it work so well and so flawlessly, you haven't got anything.
No.
You ain't got a software. You've just got a box with dials on it, and I think that's why we love Elgato so much, because it all like Apple just works right. And that
See what
and
it is.
that's my Phil.
What do you think of the iPhone 16s?
I won't be getting one.
You got that phone. Personally, I wouldn't have had that phone.
You wouldn't.
No, the one that you've got now.
The Fold 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, a bit of a caveat, folks. So I've currently got a. See, you wouldn't even know what this is if I held this up. What phone have I got?
That's the iPhone.
Yeah, but which one is it?
Is it the
13, 14?
13 Pro? 14?
13 Pro. Do you know what? It's that long since I've looked.
So
And
this
here's
is the
me,
Pro
Mr.
Max.
Apple.
The 13 Pro Max, this one.
Okay, so this is the 14 Pro Max. So I'm
Right,
now
okay.
officially 2 years out of date with this.
Okay.
I love Apple. I do. Again, like I said, I bang the drum a lot. I've worked with them for nearly 10 years. Love the company, love everything they do. But I think we just got to a point with the iPhone that it's just a stagnant market. It just looks the same. And if you look on TikTok or anywhere else, this isn't just my voice. This is everybody's voice, that this has just stayed the same for so long. There feels nothing new. There's no real change. I mean, if you really look at what's happened this year with the 16 Pro Max or the 16 lineup, it's just got the new camera button, which is moves slowly down the bottom side. It's kind of indented as well into the actual metalwork, so you can't accidentally press it. And it's obviously you've got the AI. So they've leaned on this new camera button, and they've leaned on AI. Now the AI, so we're talking now, we're actually in September at the moment. So the AI features doesn't come to the phone until December. So the biggest part of the iPhone 16 we won't actually see until December, and we're in September now. So you've dropped £800 to 1,500, and then been told, well, yeah, the AI bit will be coming in December for the UK
I didn't know
people.
that.
Yeah. So You're not even getting like the full phone. Imagine Elgato releasing something and going, "Oh, you wait till software's here. It's going to be great." Yeah, 3 months later, you just go, "Well, I'll wait. I won't buy it now. Then I'll, I'll wait till your
Just leave
software
it.
come out." Yeah, so it's a really bizarre move that
Yeah.
they've hinged the new phone quite literally on the camera button, which is nice. It's interesting. What it does
Mm.
is quite. Yeah, we all use our cameras a lot, so that's a nice add-on. But the AI part is not usable till December, so you're kind of like they're wondering. Well, I'm 2 years behind now, and I kind of saw this coming about 2 months ago, right? I kind of saw the dummies hitting the marketplace, and I was a bit like, the dummy phone looks very much like last year, now see the year before, the year before, and I
Yeah.
decided to go out on a wing. I could make a podcast about this just on my own, but quite literally, I went out and bought a Samsung the first time in, yeah, 10, 11, 12 years. I actually owned my very first Samsung phone, and it was a Fold 6. And I researched it a lot, a lot, a lot. And this is their sixth generation of a foldable phone. And the reason why I went for it is because they made it sort of IP rated. So this is the first one that is like sort of water and dust IP rated, whereas
Mm.
previous ones weren't up until this point. So they were quite confident a lot. No dust to its particle level,
Yeah.
can't get into the phone and it's waterproof and stuff like that. So I was like, this is a good time to buy it. And do you know what? I've loved it. It does feel like it's taller. It's obviously thinner. It looks like you're holding a little chocolate bar. It's quite unusual, the form factor, but oh my God, I love it. And I've just fell in love with when I open it and I just sit in bed at night watching that screen, and it's like having a mini iPad. It's so good. But I use it at the moment to consume stuff.
Yeah.
So I consume videos and I consume podcasts, and it's all. If I go to gym, I've got my iPhone with me, and the iPhone's in my kind of with me wherever I go, because obviously using FaceTime and the blue text messages backwards and
Yeah.
forwards. Um, so I bought the Samsung Fold 6 through my business, so it's a business phone. So I actually got two phones, which I'm running side by side. But I'm so close to just going, do you know what, Apple? I think we might have to call it a day. And because the Fold 6 has two SIM card slots in it as well, so you can run two phone numbers for the same
Oh
phone.
yeah. Yeah.
So I could just quite literally take my SIM out of this phone and put it in there, and then that's it. I've drawn the line really. Um, but I'm still in love with both of them. I'm still kind of in love with the iPhone. It's just sad that we've seen nothing that's been like, oh my God, that's insane. And I
Yeah.
think this year the foldables, mate. It's Did you see the new one from? Oh, we could really talk a lot about this, but the new trifold one. It's the new trifold phone from.
Oh, I've seen the unboxings that
Yeah,
people have done.
is it
Like in a posh
Huawei?
box.
Yeah, it's a Huawei. I can't remember.
How are we? How are we?
Huawei. Yeah, Huawei.
How are we?
It's triple screen. I mean, it's like 2,000 something pounds. It's
Is it?
crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll
Because
have a
it's
couple.
it's three screens in one. It's incredible. It won't be for sale in America. It's just for European and sort of Asia release. So
Mm.
the Americans won't see it at all in their marketplace. It just shows you that the foldables are like, we could do this, and I think we could do it well. But I'm telling you now, when you have a Fold 6 and you stare at it face on, like you're consuming the data, because people
Yeah.
talk about the crease and the way it folds up and all that sort of stuff. I'm telling you now that when you sit there and you're watching YouTube or you're playing a game, I mean, the games I've played have been insane on it. Absolutely, Wreckfest, absolutely incredible. It plays so well. Call of Duty Mobile on it, insane.
Aren't
Um,
you worried about the crease though?
no,
Because
not
you're
one bit.
actually folding the screen, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think it's up to like it's a crazy amount of folds before it'll break. It's a crazy amount. Like within a year and a half, it'll be gone anyway. The next phone will be out and it'll be gone.
I suppose.
But as a sort of day driver, I'm loving it. And the split screen, being able to have Google at the top and a YouTube video at the bottom, so I can Google stuff while watching YouTube. You can split screen 4 ways. Like I said, I could do a podcast on it just on it is it's incredible and exactly what I wanted Apple to do. Bring something out that makes me go, oh my God, I love carrying this thing around with me. Yeah, great bit of tech.
Hmm.
Love it. And on that bombshell,
Yes. Well,
we are
Anthony
on
came
time.
in and said, "What did they say? Say that again, men." I said, how are we? How are we?
Huawei, I think,
Oh,
is the
Huawei.
way.
Who
So
are we? Who are
Huawei,
we?
the Huawei
How are we
trifold
today?
phone. Oh, brilliant, mate! Absolutely great.
Ah,
So, so I'm off to go and play Satisfactory for the 29th hour.
and I'm off to bed.
Yes, I think you better take whatever medication you need, buddy. You get well, because that red
Yeah,
nose of yours. I think Santa doesn't need another
it's
helper
bright
yet.
red.
I think Santa doesn't need a helper just yet. It's been great catching up, buddy.
Yes, it's been a while. I think it's been 2 months.
Yeah. Come on,
Been 2
Elgato,
months.
give us some more stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we want more to talk about. Right, with a hot cocoa
Yeah.
brewed off. I've
Thanks
no
for
idea
everybody
what I'm
coming in the chat.
talking about.
It's been lovely to see people chat and Dazza's popping in to say hello as well. That's good.
Ayo. What's that on about? Ayo. Old MacDonald had a ayo.
I know what
Ayo.
she's talking
Oh,
about.
E-I-E-I-O.
Yeah. You could do Red Nose Day. I agree.
I remember at primary school when I forgot to bring my red nose and somebody had got like a red felt, so I painted like a red nose on my nose.
Magic. That's a great story. You should turn that into a podcast.
I looked a right idiot.
No comment. Right. On that bombshell, let's tie it up.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Right.
for everybody listening. Always good to hear from you if you are listening. Obviously, leave us a comment on the YouTube video. That'd be great. We can
Yeah,
tell you
and
actually.
comments below as well.
Or tweet us. Obviously, you can find us. I'm at IconCityCom. All one word, IconCityCom. All one word on Twitter. So you can contact me through there.
Or iconcity.com as well.
Oh, yeah. And what
Use
about
A
you,
to Z
Kaz?
for 10% off. A to Z Gaming for Twitter. I've got to put that in, haven't I? I've got to
You have.
mention that. A to Z Gaming for YouTube and Twitter and the old TikTok.
Perfect.
TikTok.
Catch you next one, buddy.
Yep. Catch you all later, everybody.
Have
Thanks you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
And
57 minutes and 52 seconds.
end stream.